Good afternoon. I'm Christine Beveridge, Town of Edson CAO. To my left is Mayor Zahara, Town of Edson Mayor.
It's been a long time.
Really?
My apologies. To my right is Luke Mercier, CAO for Yellowhead County, and to his right is Wade Williams, Mayor of Yellowhead County. I'd like to take the time to thank you for joining in on this briefing today. We have some information that we'd like to share, and I will start on behalf of the Town of Edson. We've had the weather shift that we spoke about yesterday, cooler temperatures, and most definitely this is helping with the firefighting efforts. The crews have not been able to push the fire back from the south edge of Edson. It's still sitting at the 1.5 kilometer, but the precipitation is helping. There's still some hot spots, and so dependent on weather and winds, there could still be further information coming forward with regards to conditions. Luke is going to speak very clearly on Yellowhead County's next steps, and the Town of Edson will speak on ours as well. I can tell you right at this moment in time, we're not ready to have our residents come back to our community. We're working diligently on a reentry plan for you. And we want to make sure that this is easy and is as clear as possible for everyone. And also the number one priority, as I've mentioned through the last few days, is your safety is number one priority. So I'm reiterating that when this things happen, at this moment in time we have no services in the Town of Edson, and that includes hospital and EMS. Those are critical. So again, reiterating, the evacuation order for the Town of Edson is still ongoing. We're continuing to assess that risk. We appreciate that the weather has changed and you're seeing the weather change in our area. But at this time, we still need to ask you just to adhere to the order. We will have more information later today. Just a brief update with regards to ADCO. There's been a lot of questions about gas. ADCO is actually preparing for a safe restoration of gas in the areas that they were shut off. So that's good news there. And further information will be provided as we speak about the next few decisions that are being made. That's all I have.
Thank you, Christine. I will start off by saying that I will have a little bit of good news in a minute here, but I'm going to speak about a few other items just so we can keep focus on some of these other items as opposed to speaking about some of our reentry plans. The fires in Yellowhead County, for the most part, are tamed down today because of the weather and the rain. We do have expectations in a week or two as things kind of progress with the warmer weather again that there are going to be issues. We're stressing the fact that this is something we're going to have to work with throughout the summer. Our crews, as well as forestry crews, the Edson crews, we're all monitoring this and will continue to do so probably until snowfall, to be honest. So our expectations is that we're going to be, having updates throughout the summer as things progress. The three fingers that we've been speaking about of the fire south of Edson are still, there. They're real. The fire in the finger towards Marlborough has kind of gotten down into the McLeod River Valley, and it's sitting close to town. They're having a little bit of struggles with kind of finalizing that front flank of that fire to get the fire breaks in. So that's causing us a little bit of concern that the incident commander for forestry is working on. So the western part of Yellowhead County at this point in time is going to have to stay under evacuation order. We are working on that reentry plan. Step number one of that, though, however, is to make sure that the area is safe. The incident commander cannot give us that assurance just yet, even with the rains. These rains are just having a very minimal impact on the fire, and that's a point of concern. The fire finger, like south of Edson and the one south of Carrot Creek, are a little bit in a different situation where they've been able to make some good progress on it in the past little bit. So they're comfortable in saying that that's a little bit safer, but we still need to make sure that we have that encapsulated going forward. The fire by Shining Bank Piers, the southern boundary is giving them a little bit of grief. They're working on that still, but we're confident in saying that is an area that we're able to bring our residents back in a safe fashion. So Yellowhead County, keeping in mind that the Town of Edson has very limited services. So in this reentry area that I'm going to outline in a minute, you are able to do this, but you need to recognize that you cannot come into town at this point in time for anything, fuel, food, anything, hospital services. You are able to come back home. Our website will give you an outline. It's posted on our website now to give you an outline as to a reentry plan, what you need to do and what you need to cover yourself with on your own for the next little bit until the town of Edson is able to refresh their services and get their reentry plan in place. The Yellowhead County will be lifting the evacuation order at 6 o'clock this afternoon for the areas north of Highway 16 from Highway 751, that's the No-Jack Road, west to
183.
Township Road 183, which is just by the UFA. Sorry, I've got a lot of numbers in my head here. So that's by the UFA west of Edson and north of Highway 16. That area will be allowed to re-enter at 6 o'clock this evening. We are working on the re-entry plan for the rest of our community as soon as we can, and we'll have a little bit more information on that this evening at 8 o'clock. Just a reminder, please look at our website. It's got the information on there for re-entry. It's got the detailed map. My outline I just gave you is kind of squared off, but there are a few little jigs and jogs in that map, and that's an official term. You can look at our map and take a look at where the specific properties are that will be allowed this evening at 6 o'clock. Please don't try to re-enter before 6. We're working on the roadblock changes, and the peace officers, the sheriffs there, CP are all working on that for us. Highway 16 will also be reopened. Highway 748 will be reopened this evening at 6 o'clock. It will be bypassing the town of Edson. You will not have access into the town. You'll be able to go around the town of Edson. So I'm assuming that highway will be busy. Please act accordingly for that. I think that's a quick outline from Yellowhead County. Please look at our website. It'll give you the specifics of the reentry plan and what is allowed to have reentry this afternoon. I'll turn it over to Mayor Williams.
Thank you, CEO Mercier. I just want to really stress to folks as you're coming back here this evening or tomorrow, whenever you choose to come back, again, that you need to make sure that you bring everything with you because the services are not going to be open here, including EMS. So if you are concerned about health issues or anything, you may not be able to get EMS if you need it. If that makes you uncomfortable, then we would ask you to stay away for another day or two until these services can be get back up and running. We are fairly happy this morning with the rain. It kind of calms everything down a little bit for a few days, but we've been through this before. We've seen this in the past. Right now, things are calm a little bit. As things start to dry out and the temperatures come up, we do expect more flare-ups. So you need to be vigilant. You need to be ready to go on I think it's 4 hours notice. So, come home, enjoy your homes. I wouldn't unpack quite yet. We're hoping that it doesn't come to another evacuation, but we just don't know. We're not out of the woods yet. Thank you.
All right, and once again, I do want to reiterate, the town of Edson has 0 services available, so any Yellowhead County residents returning, please be advised the town of Edson will not be available to you to provide those services. We are working on a re-entry plan for our residents. We hope to have those details this evening at our 8 p.m. update. We appreciate everybody's patience. The town of Edson has a more complex re-entry due to the amount of services and the amount of people that will be re-entering the community. As CEO Beveridge has mentioned, ATCO is looking at returning gas to homes. One of our primary concerns is hospital, healthcare, and EMS, and we are working with our partners at Alberta Health Services to get those services moving forward. Grocery stores, unlike last time where we were only away for a couple days, grocery stores are going to need more time to get stock and get their groceries available to people. So please be patient. I know this is very difficult. And as Mayor Williams said, even upon re-entry, when we make those decisions, we are going to have to be prepared to leave again, unfortunately, due to the closeness of these wildfires. We want to get people in their homes as quickly as we can, but we also have to recognize the fact there's still a lot of danger out there. So once again, if you are planning on returning with Yellowhead County, no services available. And Town of Edson residents, we will have further details for you at our 8 p.m. update tonight. So please be patient with us as we work through that re-entry plan.
One of the things I wanted to note, please don't call the 1833 number to ask further information with regards to when. We will have all of the information in our press release as well at 8 p.m. this evening.
Thank you, everyone. And just for clarity on the Yellowhead County piece, the areas south of Highway 16 and west of the UFA are still under evacuation order, as we do have concerns that we need to manage with the Forestry Incident Commander before we can allow those to be reopened. With that said, are there any questions from the public?
There's just some that want clarification that the reentry plan includes piers and the opening of Highway 748.
The reentry plan for Yellowhead County is outlined in the, I won't outline all the details again, does include piers and Highway 748, yes. That means the evacuation order will be off at 6 p.m. this evening for piers and surrounding areas that I outlined a minute ago.
Excellent. There's a number of people who are wondering if they can travel between Edmonton and Hinton to use the routes around Edmonton.
The Highway 16, the question was, can you make it through Highway 16? Yes, you can make it through Highway 16 this evening at 6 o'clock. It'll be open. You will be bypassing Edson. There will be a bottleneck in traffic. It will not be fast. I probably wouldn't try it myself today because it'll be busy, but you will be able to make it through.
And I just want to say that if you are planning on traveling through to Hinton, make sure you're fueled up because there's no fuel services in Edson or around Edson.
Yeah, they're still looking for clarification with regards to the opening of Edson.
8 o'clock tonight. We'll have details for you then.
Thank you, everyone. We will see you at 8 o'clock this evening. Please look at the Yellowhead County website for details on our reentry plan, as well as the town of Edson for any specifics you'd like there. Thank you.
Thank you.